You're talking about Michael?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
look,
sorry.
I knew Michael socially a little while when Diana Ross and I were together, and so I met him through her and saw him a few times at social occasions and was always impressed by his genteel, sort of the charm, the shy. Immediately liked him. But the Michael that I knew, the little of him that I knew, is not the same person I started reading about over and over, year after year after year, in every country in the world. The imagery that I started seeing coming out was very disturbing to me. And it's important to reach out to the family about their sadness. Nobody wants to lose their child. Children are not supposed to die younger than their parents. So it's enormously sad. And Michael had a fan base around the world, perhaps larger than anyone. But that's not the end of the story. There have been tens and tens of allegations, both legal and otherwise. I have my own sources. And it's important for the children to have their say. Celebrities can do press conferences. Child can't.
Mm-hmm.
Story's not over until the whole story is done. So you celebrate the life and the achievements and the charity and the good work, and that's not a pass for any other kind of behavior. I know if my children were involved, there's no place on earth you could hide. I don't care if you're God. I would come after you.
Mm-hmm. Well, and let me ask you this. You said you have your sources as far as what you know. What do you know that isn't being said?
Well, without getting into specifics, I know some of the detectives, and know them personally. There have been more than one plane trips that went to Brazil back and forth carrying young people.
You're kidding.
I know a musician that was on Michael's touring who quit because he just couldn't take it and couldn't keep. This is not, you should check the records, check the police files. The unfortunate and embarrassing thing is here we are talking about dirt because it is dirt. It's vile, dusting, and at some point it's got to come up.
You know what? You're right, and you said some stuff, and you give the man the credit that I refuse to give him, and that's the credit for all the wonderful things people said he's done. But to me, it was a beard. To me, it was a disguise. To me, it just was all a rich tapestry to hide who he was.
The sad part is that he's had a horrible life, but that's not a pass. My entire family was killed in the concentration camps of Nazi Germany. I can tug on that story and try to get a pass in life. Nobody gets a pass. You're not allowed to harm children. You're not allowed to bus out, period. And whatever else is going on, whatever your lifestyle is, I don't care. So I would put those children under a lie detector test and have them do a press conference. What I would do.
How many children are we talking about? Because I know we only hear about the ones that have settled in court.
The police have reported at least 10 different legal actions that have been brought from around the world. None of them knew each other.
Do they have proof that they just did it to stand to gain financially, or no?
What does proof mean? Being cleared in a court of law when the world is, mourning his death, celebrating his life. I haven't said anything for certainly a few days out of respect. And at a certain point, the children have to have their day in court. The children have to have their day in life. But
are you going to
talk about that? I think we should end this one.
Yeah.
And the media eventually will turn into it, because by and large, media is cowardly. Wouldn't have the balls to step up. Michael Jackson passed away. This is sad, and there are also some other stories on the police records that have to be told.
And Mr. Simmons, I agree with you. I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. My theory is that everything that he did, whether it be good or bad, has been canceled out by the allegations. And there's, they say the old, where there's smoke, there's fire. That was where there's fire, there's fire.
That's a judgment, by the way. And for you, brave of you to say stuff like that, because there will be hordes of Michael Jackson fans who don't want to deal with the truth, who will turn against you.
Oh, they already have.
Yeah,
they already have.
That's life. I don't play by that game, by the way. I won't go out of my way to comment on it, but if asked, I will say exactly the way it is.
Will you help follow up and try and find the truth? Is there something you want to help look for?
No, I think that's a legal issue. And I'm not here on a crusade, but I will tell you again, if it was my child or my children, no court of law would prevent me from getting justice. Thanks very much.
There you go. Gene Simmons yesterday afternoon.
That was good.
Some bombs, eh? He goes...